As fresh scrutiny swirls around Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor following the latest release of millions of Jeffrey Epstein documents, sources now claim the former Duke of York is focused on something entirely different. Despite being engulfed in renewed controversy and facing another wave of public humiliation, Andrew is reportedly preoccupied not with the scandal, but with plans for his own funeral. The U.S. Department of Justice recently released more than 3 million Epstein-related documents, many of which mention Andrew. While being referenced does not indicate wrongdoing, and Andrew has always denied any wrongdoing, his long-standing association with Epstein continues to generate intense criticism. He was recently moved to Norfolk under the cover of night after vacating the Royal Lodge, months after the king stripped him of titles and honors. And yet, according to reports, his attention lies elsewhere. The Daily Mail reports that as senior royals face questions tied to the Epstein revelations, Andrew is allegedly fretting over what arrangements will be put in place when the time comes for his funeral. Members of the royal family traditionally plan their funerals years, sometimes decades in advance. Queen Elizabeth II reportedly began preparations for what became known as Operation London Bridge as early as the 1960s. But the Daily Mail source claims Andrew once envisioned something grand. As per the source, quote, he envisioned a grand affair in St. George's Chapel in Windsor, televised to a grieving nation, but his plans have been put in the shredder. As controversy continues to shadow his name, the image of Andrew contemplating ceremonial details rather than confronting the scandal is raising eyebrows. At a time when public scrutiny remains intense, the question now is, why is Andrew already planning his final farewell? This latest revelation comes as an unidentified woman seen in photographs with Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor was described in Congress as a victim of Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking operation. The images, shown during a House Judiciary Committee hearing on Wednesday, depict the former prince crouching closely over the woman. Her face was redacted. Attorney General Pam Bondi confirmed that the redaction was carried out under Congressional laws designed to protect victims of sex trafficking. That confirmation prompted Representative Ted Lieu to state before the committee, quote, "We are looking at a sex trafficking victim." The resurfacing of these images places Andrew's past association with Epstein back into sharp focus. According to remarks made during the hearing, Andrew attended various parties with Epstein. And now, with these photographs formally presented before Congress, scrutiny surrounding the former royal is once again intensifying. During the hearing, Representative Lieu cited the Victims Trafficking Protection Act, stating that not only is Jeffrey Epstein guilty under that statute, but anyone who patronizes such an operation could also be guilty of a crime. Lieu called the photos, quote, more than enough evidence to predicate an investigation against former Prince Andrew. He then pressed Attorney General Bondi, asking why the Department of Justice determined the Epstein files did not uncover evidence warranting charges against others. Specifically, he questioned why Andrew had not been prosecuted.
Now I recognize the gentleman from California, Mr. Lieu.
Thank you, Attorney General Bondi, for being here today. I'm going to show you two photos.
Thank you.
I'm going to show you two photos of former Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. Under the law Congress passed, you are allowed to redact photos to protect the victims of Epstein's sex trafficking operation. You redacted the photos of this victim's face because you were following the congressional law. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, that we redacted the victim's
Because you were
face?
following the congressional law, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You have now established that please put the photos back up, that we are looking at a sex trafficking victim. Under the Federal Victims Trafficking Protection Act, not only is Jeffrey Epstein guilty, but anyone who patronizes Epstein's sex operation is also guilty of a crime. That's why I find it absolutely despicable that you sought to protect Epstein's clients, like former Prince Andrew. Last July, you closed the case on Epstein's abusers. The July 2025 memo from your Department of Justice stated, quote, "We did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties." These two photos, please put the photos back up. These two photos staring you in the face are evidence of a crime and more than enough evidence to predicate an investigation against former Prince Andrew. So I ask you, Attorney General Pam Bondi, why did you shut down this investigation last July, and why have you not prosecuted former Prince Andrew?
I don't believe you asked Merrick Garland these questions when he was Attorney General and set before.
I agree with you.
You twice.
I've been claiming my time. I agree with you. I agree with you. During the Biden administration, I called for people looking at Epstein files. Merrick Garland dropped the ball, as did Attorney General Bill Barr, as did Alex Acosta, a whole string of failures, but you are in charge. You have the power to change things, to hold these men accountable, and you're doing the opposite. You're protecting them. So I want to move on to another man.
The exchange unfolded as millions of Epstein-related files were being discussed publicly, and with some victims seated inside the hearing room. Bondi defended the Department of Justice's handling of the files and accused Democrats of using the issue for political distraction. But the central image remained: former Prince Andrew, an unidentified woman whose identity is protected under trafficking laws, and a lawmaker stating before Congress that she was a victim. For Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor, the controversies tied to Epstein continue to resurface, refusing to fade from public scrutiny.